Hey guys, welcome to the daily macro update for Monday, February 26th. We'll be talking today mostly about crypto. So Bitcoin hits a new yearly high, and then we'll talk about Ethereum and Solana and see how they're doing technically. Taking a quick look over at Bitcoin on the daily chart, we have hit a new yearly high today of 54,000. From a DeMark indicator perspective, we have a sell countdown of 1, indicating we're in a current uptrend, and it looks really healthy for the Bitcoin chart right now. Again, we still have our projection of $58,000, and I think we're really heading towards that target right now. RSI perspective, we've just touched the oversold territory and looks like we're moving up on the momentum indicator. For some downsides right now, I would be looking for below $50,000. I'd be concerned, but it doesn't look like it's a concern for us right now. Looking at the weekly chart, it blew past the DeMark upwave for 52,000, and it currently has a 7 countdown for combo and a 12 countdown as well too for combo. So really bullish momentum signals. I think we're hugging, really the high end of the Bollinger Bands. And looking at the weekly chart, we aren't oversold or overbought. We're right in the middle right now, and so really good trend. Current up projection from February 29th for $75,000, and I think we're going to be heading towards that direction as well too. Overall, the charts look really healthy from a daily, hourly, and weekly perspective. Most of the time, I think price action does lead news, and from the unfolded Twitter, looks like there's a slurry coming from Bitcoin right now. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy just acquired 3,000 more Bitcoin at $155 million at the average price of $51,000. MicroStrategy has been on a crazy Bitcoin buying spree, and even as it's hitting these new highs right here at around $50,000, they can't seem to get enough Bitcoin right now. Also looking at unfolded, a lot of the digital space and a lot of Bitcoin right now is seeing a lot of inflows. Right now, the year-to-date inflows have been around $5.7 billion. Just from this week, the U.S. saw inflows of $610 million, which is fantastic, and I think is really adding to the narrative and the direction that Bitcoin's heading. I think right now, specifically for Bitcoin, we have a lot of tailwinds right now with the news flow and also the technical. So taking a look right now at Ethereum on the daily time frame, we have gained about 2% over today. So Ethereum is lagging behind Bitcoin a little bit. Bitcoin did almost 5% of gains today. From a technical perspective, we are only at a sell countdown of 2, indicating a current uptrend. From an RSI perspective, looks like the momentum is heading up to the overbought section, but we still haven't hit that yet. From the lower projection, I wouldn't be worried about price, maybe about until $2,800. Daily time frame, we are at a 7 and a 12 countdown for a combo. We don't have any current upward targets, but if I were to look at some lower targets here, I'd be looking at 3,000 as the bottom end of the range, and we'd be indicating a trend reversal. But right now, very similar to Bitcoin, very bullish. From a weekly perspective, currently no major DeMark indicators. Everything's still in a current uptrend. RSI is still heading into the up direction, but still got some more room to run. Taking a quick look at the ETH to BTC ratio, just to see where things are landing right now. As you probably might have guessed, Ethereum is underperforming Bitcoin right now. Today we saw a 3% drop in Ethereum. Looking at the daily perspective, we had some 9 counts right here that Ethereum just blasted through. We're heading, a little bit over the overbought territory for the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, and I think that with the current trend, Bitcoin is going to be looking to outperform Ethereum right now. From that hourly time frame, we are seeing a 5 for buy countdown, indicating we're in a current downtrend. So I think we're going to keep going maybe until we hit this 0.05 mark right now for Ethereum. Currently, I think it looks right now that Bitcoin's going to be continuing to be outperforming Ethereum. Looking at the weekly time perspective, we don't have any major DeMark indicators besides being oversold right now or getting into the oversold territory. Looking over at Solana, I think that's the other major altcoin that I'm taking a look at right now. From a daily perspective, we have a combo sell countdown indicating an uptrend right now. Solana also looks really good compared to Bitcoin. It's about at the same level right now, and unlike Ethereum, it's keeping on pace and at least on par for today with Bitcoin. We have some upper targets of 100 and $46, and this 9 countdown with really, tipped us off and started this uptrend, which was good. RSI out of the oversold territory and moving along into the middle of the range from a lower band perspective. I don't think we have any major downsides. From the hourly perspective, looks like we're going to be hitting some resistance, at least locally, at $111. On the downside, I'll probably be looking at the 104 and also potentially 107 for some downside risks right now. Things are really looking really good from the weekly perspective. I think it also looks good. The RSI is just touching the oversold condition, and it looks like to be reversing trend right now. Major upside targets I'm looking at right now are $147, which is very similar to our daily time frame, and I'm also looking at the $243 range as well too. This is a good spot to talk about, some of the price actions, at least some of the upside target for Solana. Again, Solana I'm going to be holding for at least the 12 to 18 month. I think right now a couple of analysts that I've looked at have been projecting about $500 for Solana. I'm going to see as price action, and that's going to be the biggest indicator that I have as price moves up, slowly taking profits off of that. I don't think I'll be doing that and looking at that until we're maybe into the $300, $400 range. Until then, I think my eye on the prize is going to be around the $500 range, might be the top of the cycle. So we'll take a look and we'll kind of continue to follow, but it seems like Solana is doing pretty well. And then the last thing I wanted to cover with you guys today is CleanSpark. So CleanSpark is actually a Bitcoin miner. I've actually moved a little bit of my Riot long-term holdings for miners over to CleanSpark. CleanSpark it's been doing a little bit better than Riot, and it is a mid cap versus, and the market cap for Riot is much larger than CleanSpark. So CleanSpark has a little bit more to run. It is a little bit riskier. I did have some tactical trades that I had on CleanSpark. I did take about 10% off here as we blasted through this upward projection of $19.80. Currently, we have a sell setup for 1 and indicating a current uptrend. CleanSpark actually today did 26% versus Bitcoin, so that just gives you guys a little bit of a grasp on how much the leverage is compared to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did about 5% versus the 25% of CleanSpark. This ratio kind of changes, and it changes over time, but at least that's kind of gives me the gauge of how much leverage I have on my Bitcoin mining position. So I would say it's about 3 to 5x leverage versus Bitcoin. Again, that's going to be dependent on the miner you choose and market action, but right now it looks like it's a pretty good reward ratio. So currently I'm going to still be holding my position long term anyways, and then I took some tactical profits, about 10% of my short term trade here for CleanSpark. Looking from the hourly perspective, we are at some resistance here at $21, and so that's why I took some profits here as we're entering some of the upper bar targets and upper price targets here, and we don't have any current up targets right now. I think I wouldn't be concerned about CleanSpark until it reverses trend, and I'd probably be looking at this $13 as a bottom end of the range right now. If it does go below this $19 and then even past $13, that's where I think I'd be taking a little bit more off the table here. But thank you guys for joining me on today's macro analysis. Today, as I said, really crypto heavy, and I'm looking at the NASDAQ right now, and the NASDAQ is only really flat, and so is the SPY. What I've seen over my observations in the market as tech is rallying, crypto's actually either going down or it's staying flat. And so as the equities in the stock market cools down for a little bit, I think this will give time for crypto to run. And then I think this cycle is going to continue where crypto is going to need to take a little bit of breather. And that's where you'll probably be seeing tech stocks rally again too. So I'll see you guys here next time.